Georgia's offense versus Mississippi State. Brent Rollins, Dayne Young, Film Don't Lie. We have a lot of plays and not a lot of time. So I'm going to jump straight into this, Brent. Georgia's offense, super efficient against Mississippi State and explosive. We start here in the first quarter.
Yeah, best overall team performance, at least from a PFF grading standpoint, since I think Ole Miss in 2023. To put that in perspective, it's been that long since they've had sort of an overall team grade for that. But the branch factor is the biggest factor moving forward in terms of, like, he's a superstar. He's going to attract attention, and using the attention that he tracks against an aggressive defense early was beautiful. Like, setting up the screen and go here. Awesome.
What I love is there's nothing complex about this. It's just understanding that teams are going to play that guy differently based on what you've put on tape previously. And so play against that.
I'm curious, like, Texas is one of those teams that might not necessarily sort of shift its gravity to him because they think our athletes are, we can just play our normal stuff and no one's just going to overtake us in a way, dominate us kind of thing. Maybe so. Maybe you get him caught being aggressive. Like I think they hit Delp last year and something similar. But yeah, screen and go. And the biggest thing, Gunner knows he's open. Throw the completion. You don't have to throw the dime. Just put it on him. Don't lead him into this little perfect little bucket here.
How about this pass pro too?
Pass pro was good all day, like legit all day, all game was there. And their defense sometimes put them into conflict there, but still.
2nd and 11.
Late on the seam. So I asked my younger son, I was like, hey, watch this play. I was like, what's the coverage? And then he kind of gave an initial. He's like, okay, looks one or three. And then I said, and so then we snapped the ball post. And I like, all right, what is it, 3? I said, okay, where do you attack it? He said, seams. And like Elias Williams is right there. And I think I wonder, which, I mean, it's hard to miss the 6'7" guy, but maybe the way the rush got in Gunner's way here a little bit. But did you think this ball should have been picked?
Potentially. I mean, it's a tight window.
Maybe here, go back to the other view. More of this question. Did you think he was throwing it to Elias Williams? Where the ball ends up?
Yeah, I mean, it's a fair question, right? Like, are you saying that it's a short to Delp there?
So watch it from the behind view. It's 100% clear he's throwing this to Oscar Delp. He thinks Oscar Delp has leverage on the sort of out-breaking route. So he looks there's a lot of congestion right in his face right there, I think, when he's trying to throw at Williams, and then Delp gets hit. If Delp doesn't get hit, like you could probably call that PI, like especially that far down the field getting hit like that. But he's throwing that to Delp, I think, because look where his head is. Like his head goes there, and he's thinking Delp is kind of coming open on that out-breaking route.
I don't have enough information to know, but yeah. Just
a little bit of a miss in terms of timing and off, and that's probably maybe one thing all day where they were off. This is just gorgeous blocking. How many times over the years that we've done this that I've just reamed guys for not knowing where the ball is going? Like Delp, Luck, and look at the communication right before the snap. Delp's like, you got that guy right there. He pointed right at 2. So Lucky gets him perfect in terms of look at the shoulder he's on, head and butt there, all good side. Delp attacks the linebacker and starts climbing, so that linebacker's gone. Like the only thing that prevents this from being a monster play is I understand why they do this. Look how Freeling steps down first and then starts working outside. He steps down so the defense steps down. I just assume him climb and get that guy, but I realize why they do what they do. But in Bowen's getting out in front,
well, they probably need that step to get the misdirection on 27.
Right,
here.
That's what I'm saying. They want the defense.
If he can attack that edge, this is dead there.
Right, that's what they want. They want the defense to adjust to him, and versus going straight up the field, especially on a pop pass type situation. But it's one of those where if that doesn't get congested a little bit right there and he's able to get out and get someone, it's an even bigger play. But still,
look at the
block play
here with Freeling and Morris. How are they not stepping on each other's feet right there?
It's always an amazing thing, isn't it?
It's so close there, and then he's like right up in his grill there. Like that's
most guys fall right there. Like the way Freeling was leaning, most big guys fall.
And he ends up falling at the end anyway. So great effort from Freeling.
But okay, this is one of the things that I haven't like. I think I may have written about it, but if I didn't, I should have. That dude is playing his absolute tail off from an effort standpoint. And then I saw the video highlight thing last night posted on Twitter. Great job by Bowens. Just get in the way, take him where he wants to go. But
and if people want to know why London Humphrey continues to play, and he's made big catches, so you shouldn't wonder that anymore. Check out the effort from the backside here. Find somebody.
Yep.
Stick with
Go
it.
Find work.
It may not get to the 50, but like that stuff matters to Georgia.
Always go find work. But Freeling was like, yeah, let's go. And then he's like, FPE or something like that. So I was like, all right, yep. He's 100% bought in.
All right, next play.
I think, what did you think when you watched this live?
I thought it was dangerous to throw back into the middle of the field.
I think this is, I think Branch kind of did this on his own. And I don't know did he do it on his own, or is this a possibility? Because if it's a possibility, you don't want London Humphreys right there too.
Right.
And if London Humphreys thinks it's a possibility that Branch hooks up there, he's probably not running that route. So my thought there is that Branch is just because go back to the wide view. He sees, that corner's got the flat right there. So I'm just going to sit in the zone, which if he did that, that's beautiful. That's using the brain. That's awesome.
It was a good tackle by London Humphreys.
It was a great catch. Another contested catch on your own guy. But like if he's not reading that and London's going there independent of anything, that's bad design. Like you want him to know that that's a possibility. But that's why I think Branch just kind of saw it and is like, all right, I'm just going to stop right here.
We've seen so little of that it's hard for me to think it's bad design this year.
Yeah.
The Nate game.
I mean, he looked like a completely different cat.
He just had to score here was the only thing.
Yeah. But the big thing, though, with this one is scheme. They have the last 3 to 4 games been trending more zone, more inside zone, more inside zone. And I said on the show I do with Pollock, I was like, they need to get back to diverse, back to the little more gap scheme. And oftentimes that's opponent dependent. Like they're like, hey, the way this team plays defense, we have to attack this way kind of thing. But I also think it's still a choice. And they went 2/3 gap scheme in this game. So this is pull and lead. Like one guy pulls, kicks out, the other leads. The beauty of this is, does Micah Morris even have to touch this guy? He doesn't even have to touch that guy because of the way everything else sets up. And Delp, by the way, Delp also. Delp, and this was the best game to me of his career, overall game. He's had great games where he was a really good blocker, or games where he was a really, really good receiver. But the combination of the two and the overall game, the two of them together, this was his best game of his career. And I even went back and looked this morning. It's the highest PFF graded game of his career, overall grade. So, like, the tape, like when people look at the grades and complain about him, the tape always matches because he's played phenomenally. Because watch what he does here. Chip down, work up, and then that linebacker flows back outside, and he just is like, all right, I'll see you later, take you out. And that's how you get ginormous plays. Just beautiful run blocking.
So even pre-snap, though, when Branch, we talk about the attention he's receiving, when he shifts out, and we're seeing him line up in the backfield more now as Bobo finds ways to use eye discipline to Georgia's advantage here. Watch, there's 4 Mississippi State players in this frame that adjust based on what Branch said. So we got a point, and then we've got 3 guys that all slide that way to adjust. Now, the backer that Delp takes out is one of those. And he's just trying to center back up in the middle of the field. But just the fact that one simple motion from Branch there completely changes everything that their defense is trying to do. Opens up your numbers, angles. And then Frazier, got to get in the end zone here.
I mean, I've always his strides seems to be like shorter at Georgia, but hey, he made up for it later.
He did, and he had a great game.
And
but
look, so we always talk about yards before, yards after contact. I don't think he got touched till the safety touched him. So that's a lot of yards before contact. That's for sure.
I was going to say YBC, but I don't even know how to pronounce that. We all say yak.
Yeah. You don't go you book yards before contact.
Here's Branch again.
I don't know why he chose this route here. Like to me, if this is a choice, because it looks like the line, the way, is it Green or Williams? I think it's Williams. The way Williams, it's Williams. The way he works up, like this is full out gunner. This is RPO gunner's choice here. And I'd love to know what he's actually sort of looking at from a numbers perspective, because I actually thought the numbers advantage was in the run game on this one. So who knows?
Would maybe a cut back here.
Oh yeah. I mean, but just in terms of the sheer numbers advantage that you had here. And the other thing, if you get teams like this, and their safeties are good and aggressive too. That's another part of this that you don't always have. You can't always account for, I guess. Is Texas is like this too, and I think you're going to have to take shots where that's a quick pump and throw a deep ball to Noah Thomas.
All right, 3rd and 12 situation. Georgia goes 2-2.
Do you remember last week what we talked about when they were in 2-2 and how much I thought 10 needed to be in the game when they were in 2-2, because they had that one snap versus Florida where it was like Lucky, Humphreys, not Brent, like Branch wasn't on the field, or Thomas, or Branch was the only threat basically on the field. But now you look at this, when you got Thomas, Branch, and Williams in a 2-2, pick your poison, because Branch is open too. Like now to get the first down, he's probably got to hit him in stride, like perfect stride, but he's still open. He's still got separation. But this dude is a freak. Like, I don't care about the little push off of the little guy.
When you're that big, you can get away with more push-offs.
And Gunner threw it just well enough. He almost overthrew him, which is amazing to say. But look at the matchup though. The size difference on that nickel or safety, whatever that guy normally plays for them. That's instantly a matchup win.
Two things from me here. One, Cash Jones. One reason why is your 3rd down back effort in blocking, because he just throws his body at this guy, does his job. Other thing, personnel-wise, Brent, remember that this is after Ethan Barbour was the one getting the PT early in the season. A couple freak tight ends at freshman, and Jaden Riddell, I think, is a good player, but a couple freak tight ends coming in as freshmen. If Barbour got that play early before he got hurt, and now getting this from Elias Williams.
Yeah, you could see like he was going to be the guy that they wanted to get the ball to in space quickly. And then this is your down the field target. That's for sure. But yeah, awesome.
All right, so we get to a 2nd and 9 here.
So again, we're going heavy pull and lead, heavy counter in this game. And this is an awesome play. Like you get I think they get 8 or 9 here. Yeah, you get 8 or 9. It could have been even bigger. All right, Ernest Green. Be the running back. You're the second guy. So pause right there. Gaston. I think that's Gaston. Yeah, that's Gaston. Pulling. Backer shows. Boom. All right, cut up. Ernest Green, cut up. Get the next guy. Because if he gets the next guy, which is that guy right there, and then you can bounce, like you got even bigger play. Now, granted, the two of them decide to destroy the guy and knock his helmet off, and that's fine. Like you get 9 yards on first down, you take it. But be the running back, hit, cut, like be ready to cut up right off of that, and you get an even bigger play. And that's like Gaston, Glover, the way they move. Micah Morris is a puller. I love their offensive line when they do those things and run sort of heavy gap scheme. And I think there's so much off of it that they can do.
This time Gunner fakes it over the top. Again, great game for Oscar.
And Top 5 throw of Gunner's season to me. Like, he's made some really good deep ball throws, and obviously I think the one to Humphreys on 4th down is going to be hard to beat in terms of best throws of the season. But the way he puts enough air under this throw to let it drop right in the bucket and enough, not too much velocity, that was, to me, top 5 throw of the season for him.
Very next play.
I can't stress how much I love using Branch outside in a one-on-one situation.
He's one of those kind of always open guys, right? Like
he is, like, somebody said, I think it was on the vent, maybe said call him 7-11 because he's always open. But like, that's just boom, take it.
Waffle House NIL deal. Covered a receiver one time in arena football that played with the Waffle House sleeves and said it's because he was always open.
So same concept here, a little further in the drive. Same concept. I don't know why Gunner didn't instantly go to the check down here.
Because you have numbers on the left.
It's just, now I know you feel the rush, but it's a wide rush. Just step up and then flip your hips and throw it out there. Like, that was it's from a decision-making standpoint where and will you ever get mad about a first down where your quarterback tries to not take a sack and at least get you back to 1st and 10 or 2nd and 9? No, you're never mad about it. But it's like, all right, what could we have done? Take that, because you got a lead blocker. Like, that's now I love how offenses evolved to where your check down now has a lead blocker.
You know, the other thing I like here is the discipline of, we just said one is always open. And this would be an insanely hard throw over backers. But I've seen some quarterbacks in college try to do that regularly.
Joe Burrow's making that throw.
For sure. Georgia doesn't have Joe Burrow.
Right.
So, like, a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL will love what they see there and throw it over
to the window
with pace, or lead them out a little bit. Fine. I like that Gunner's not trying to do that. Because I don't know. Like, I think that's one reason he's had so much success for Georgia this year is that they've been explosive, but he hasn't put the ball at risk very often.
Yep. Oh, one thing, go back a couple plays to 64 real quick. I forgot one thing I wanted to show there that I think needs mentioning, where Branch wins. So Branch wins, but also watch the top of the screen at Noah Thomas. Look at the separation this dude's creating. You might say, hey, where's the production? Where's the production? Like, that's elite. That's really good separation right there. That's if you got time, you got, they blitzed, you got to get rid of the ball. But he's still winning consistently on one-on-ones.
All right, so now we go to here, a little tight formation.
This should have been a touchdown. I don't really know. One, it's a heck of a job by Gunner, sort of playing backyard ball. But I don't know where Lucky's trying to go. Because I get I think it looks like he's trying to get vertical and then go to the deeper flag route, and then Delp is the crosser. But it feels like I just assume get him out of there, because Delp, this should have been a TD to Delp.
Yeah.
But all the congestion, you can't throw it. And then Gunner is awesome at just. And when you think about runners, right there, that little, like, I'm going to not take a hit to the head and just throw my body backwards. Like, that's instincts that you just can't teach.
You want to know my favorite thing on this play? 40 for Mississippi State, literally being like, nope, you're in the wrong spot. Move there. Middle linebacker doing the job.
Yes, but that's a heck of a job from Gunner, and fitting to me that you get a TD to Delp here shortly.
How about going empty here down in the red zone?
This warms my heart. Quarterback power read, best play in football. Especially if your quarterback's really good at running it. The timing is getting better. You can tell they're practicing it more. And here's how it could be just even a little bit better. Pause it right when Cash comes into the screen. Boom. So back a little bit. Right before. So he's about a step and a half from the left tackle. He needs to be about a half a step from the left tackle. Ideally, you're running this. You want Gunner to catch this and him to be coming over top of the football almost instantaneously.
Get that.
But the beautiful part is
sequencing.
also they're getting coached is 2 shuffles. Gunner catches it, go, shuffle, go. You get 2 shuffles, you're gonna get the guy you're reading to commit one way or the other.
They were hesitant to have Gunner run a whole lot early in the season, injury concerns, and he took some hard hits. So I think that was validated. You're going to see that increase here as they get to the stretch run of they have 3 more games of this regular season. He's not going to need to be doing this against Charlotte. So you have 2 potential games where you need Gunner to be healthy for that. SEC championship, we'll see. Beyond that, he'll have a month, at least 2-3 weeks to get healthy.
I would actually say just this week.
Because
they win this week. Like, to me, the Tech game, they're gonna protect him in the Tech game.
Yeah. I'm just saying that they are getting closer to the point that they can take more risk with him, which may provide more reward in the run game.
Because you've seen it only situationally leading up to this point, like, especially early. It was 3rd down, 4th down, that kind of thing. Now, when you can bust it out at any point in the field and you do that, this is beautiful. Guard tackle, slip. We've seen this play constantly. Dealt. Like, to me, it was just fitting that the kid got the TD.
Because he should have had it twice before.
Because he should have had it before. Like, good job, Noah Thomas. You can block right there. The ball is thrown behind the line of scrimmage. He hit the correct shoulder. Like, those little details like that, that's what you want to see. But this is great offense stuff that they've added over the last couple years. I think that you need to, especially with the tight end room that they have.
Well, you have Lucky have his breakout game, 3 touchdowns a couple weeks ago, and now you have Delt.
Yep.
Elias coming along.
Just keeps coming along. Noah Thomas just keeps winning one-on-ones and going stuff. The reason I wanted to show this play is I think Micah Morris is probably like 5 yards downfield when this ball's thrown. Who cares, right?
At this point, the game was over. The refs are trying to get home.
Yeah, they're yeah, but it's something you obviously got to watch out for to down the road. But yeah, but Thomas keeps winning individual routes, and that's what you want to see in these one-on-one situations. Like the one he caught on the sideline, I don't think we're going to show that, but just Branch is awesome.
He is, but this is a very confident throw from Gunner too. And I know quarterbacks should be able to make this, but you still have to fit it over a backer and not lead the receiver into the defensive back behind him.
Yep. And I mean, this is very similar to I think it was 3rd down maybe against Florida where he catches it and he's kind of got his back he's facing the other end zone. But yes, like accurate. So last 5 weeks of the college football season, passing grade, PFF passing grade, Gunner Stockton is number 2, only behind Julian Sayin in the Power 4. 90.6 passing grade.
Let's play QB mechanic for just a second, Brent, because we've seen Jake Fromm, how he spins the ball. We've seen a lot of different things. Gunner early in his time had kind of feet to escape a pocket that was fine. Look how calm this is. One little pat, it's 2 pats, but that's more about timing. But his base, his direction, decision, this is very calm and confident in a way that I don't know that we saw that even at the beginning of this season.
Oh, it's better each and every week. That's for sure.
But we've all seen quarterbacks that have their idiosyncrasies, and it's fine. Like, you can throw a ball a lot of different ways. I'm just, like, this looks so in control.
Yes, and that's a good way to describe it. In control. It
should at this point. But that's, again, this is me playing. It's more body language doctor than it is QB mechanic.
I agree, and that's fine. It's like when you're watching this, you don't have to be a QB mechanic expert. It's like, okay, does this person look like they're controlling their body in a way that they are in control? And I agree. He's gotten there a lot more so recently.
Also, some of it is that the offensive line is healthy and playing much better, and they're not having second game of the year. We were talking Jazeer Jackson and Michael Weaney, and Gunner was running for his life. That has solidified.
That the stability there can't be quantified probably.
2nd and 10.
Watch Monroe Freeling. I don't know if we can zoom in, but Monroe Freeling on this. It's hard to go back to the wide because you see the effort here. Boom, get out and get to the right shoulder of that guy. Now go back to the wide and watch him. He's there. Good job.
Let's see if I can get a little zoom action.
There we go. Yeah, because it's the after the hit. Boom, puts him on the ground and watch him.
Yeah,
touchdown. That's fantastic. Like that dude is playing his freaking tail off every snap. Played hurt. What was it, Auburn that he played hurt?
Yep.
Came in and played hurt. Like that guy, he's been an elite sort of warrior on the offensive line for you.
All right, so this is after Lucky has been injured, so you get Riddell in there working across with Oscar Delp.
I thought he should have thrown the deeper one here. I would have went to the deeper guy here. I mean, I don't mind it here, but Noah Thomas is like clearly winning outside big time. You could even layer that throw. Like this is big time separation right there. Ball out, catch. I get it's 2nd down. You want to just sort of go, but that's again, and it's mainly just to show as well. Thomas keeps winning consistently. Like the production is going to be there when the targets come because he is winning consistently.
Next play, trips left, throw right.
Like the dude just wins in one-on-one situations right now. And if think about, Colby Young goes down. Other years, that's a devastating injury. Like it's a Lawrence Cager effect, and we don't have a guy that goes over there. And they're
probably having to put Dylan Bell over there when it's not really his natural spot.
And this guy's now that guy. That's a big time luxury and a big time get in the portal.
From people I've talked to, you will continue seeing some of these other young receivers get reps. It's been Landon Roldan get a couple looks.
Wiley got some looks and got some reps in this game. Yeah.
And then Wiley coming along. You're going to continue to see, because I think the belief is that they think that they're going to need some of those guys to make plays in big moments.
Yeah. And when you never know, like if one of these other guys goes down.
Right.
Like that's the thing. Which
your
speaking of that,
is-
I wrote after the game, Brent should not return punts or kicks anymore. Like he's too important offensively. Let Jacoby White do it.
I think that's fair. Couple more
House
plays
call.
here. Boom.
Gaps
Did you think when he
in.
tripped that he was down, or that he was going to go down?
I did, but he kept his balance and then hit the jet. Like it was almost like it re-energized him.
Right there.
Like I said, it was almost like okay, now I need to kick in gear. I will say, go ahead.
He made sure to score on this one.
Oh, yeah. And I think there's probably an element of that. Maybe his teammates give him a hard time on the previous one. You never know. But in terms of actual blocking schemes, this is probably the most, just to show you how much better they are this year than last. There is no way on planet Earth that they execute this last year. Because let's just go one by one here. So it's a pin and pull type deal because you have both guards pulling, but it's also you have a fold block because of the way the inlines where Ernest Green's kicking out, Oscar Delp's going down, but he's not going down to that guy. He's passing it to the next few. So this is NFL level. And if you want to, hey, maybe their coach that is now an analyst just came from the NFL. That's where this comes from. I would almost bet a paycheck because there's no way Georgia executes this in the past.
I'm forgetting his name, but he came from the Jaguars, right?
Rauscher or something like that.
Yeah.
But look at how what Delp's there. Ernest Green, you get it sort of kick out, fold type block, and then Glover passes that off.
I'm glad Delp released because that's getting close to holding territory.
Yes, very, very good call. But Glover passes that off for Morris, and he's ready to make that cut. And Freeling, look at him getting head in the butt. Look at this from Freeling. Boom. And then getting head and butt in the right spot. That's how you get ginormous plays in the run game. That is beautiful execution.
I said on the watch along show, When Nate Frazier runs, it looks like Fred Flintstone trying to move his car.
I remember that last year against Clemson. You put that
The Hanna-Barbera sound.
Yeah, you put the sound to it.
2 more plays.
This is just such a luxury. Such a luxury.
How about Kirby after the game saying you have to have a mobile quarterback? And then I'm like, yeah, we've been telling you.
I mean, I'd love to have said duh. I mean,
haven't we said that for 3 years and they haven't really had it?
I will say, I give the neighbor credit for this one. When you're Georgia, your quarterback should always be able to move.
Yeah.
Like you should have enough sort of pick of the litter that your quarterback can both be a thrower and a runner.
And their belief was that Carson Beck could run some. Not like this.
But no, not like this. This is true.
Stetson Bennett could.
This is just awesome. We got to end with this because this is just Branch working hard, him being open. Like this is what I thought when watching his tape last year at A&M. Just think of your A&M, you lose this guy, and then you get replace him with Craver and Concepcion.
Yeah,
but
they're not hurting too much.
No, but this ability to, I thought he had this. I thought he was going to be kind of an Arian Smith type role, making big plays because of his ability to do things like this. This is a heck of a job from Gunner. Takes a shot. Do you see the shot that he took?
Yeah.
Takes an absolute shot. Gets up. Goes down to celebrate with teammates, but Branch working hard down there, McCray, and you see Gunner after taking his shot coming there at the end of the clip. Boom, pump fake there. Oh, right in the hip. But Thomas but you get Branch, Delp working hard down there. This is how you get big plays. It was a great game for everything. And this, I think more than anything, when your offense has big plays, it just makes you feel better as a fan. Like if they would have had the 41 points and every drive was a 8-play drive where you're just getting 8, 9, 10 here, 15 there kind of thing, it feels different when you get chunk plays. You feel like, oh, okay, now we can score at any point, any play.
All right, I have 2 quick questions. Well, one's a comment. 3 for State. What's he chasing?
The back.
So they're just 2 guys on McCray as a receiver?
Yep. He's forgetting the backside. Yep.
So, look, this is my other comment. I actually like that you're giving McCray some potential pass trap run because I can see that being a weapon against a tired defense in a fourth quarter kind of situation. But, there's nothing in his history that says he's a big pass threat. So he doesn't deserve the respect that State gave him here. So This is a gift from Mississippi State. I don't think a disciplined defense allows this to happen.
No.
But the fact that Georgia can exploit that is good.
Yes, exactly. Great point.
And that's it. Our offense for Film Don't Lie, UGA Sports. Thanks, DawgVent. We will see y'all next